Hi guys, Adam from Sundatang Society here. Recently we've gotten a lot of questions and emails regarding this instrument, and we hope to answer some of those questions here. So to start off with, ini instrumen dia ada 2 atau 3 tali saja. There's only 2 or 3 strings. Your top string is the drone, and your second string is your melody. Traditionally there's only 4 to 5 frets, and they're usually tuned to pentatonic scale. In a lot of cases, because these instruments are handmade, there isn't a standardized way of tuning. Jadi, lain kampung ada lain dia punya fretwork. It all depends on dia punya maker, the musician itself, and kadang-kadang the fretworks follow logat itu kampung, cara dia orang bercakap. We have about 9 frets, so that's kind of a modern thing. We have added a lot supaya we can play a lot more tunes, and they are stuck on with beeswax. Jadi kau boleh pindah-pindah ni fretwork. So there's 2 styles of fretwork yang kami jumpa. It seems as though coastal area, let's say Kudat, Tinampang, Papara, that kind of thing, they all have higher bridges, higher fretwork. And Sundatangs in the interior, Tambunan, Ranau gitu, semua they all have frets that are closer to the fretboard, macam sape juga. Now the playing style differs from kampung to kampung, and it also differs from musicians. Some play it like how you would a guitar, some play it with the thumb, some would pluck it with 2 fingers like this. The style in Kudat uses the thumb and the pinky. For myself, I prefer using just these 2 fingers and do a running motion. The strings here we're using is a steel string. This is just fishing line, and which is good because it's easily available and it's really cheap. Traditionally, the strings were made of a type of root from a tree called giman, and those snap easily. So eventually, we started using brass strings. Some people still use brass strings, but now you usually find them using nylon or fishing line or steel fishing line. Another thing to note about the build of this instrument is that you have a secondary bridge over here. What this is for, I suspect, is because dulu kita punya string is all 1 gauge from the root, so this sort of acts like a couple. It shortens the body and makes this string a higher note. So how do we tune these strings? A lot of them tune this in the same key. It's just that your drone string, they are lower pitch, but they're generally in the same key. Let's say this is E, then this is also E. Let's see how changing the tune changes the quality or the feel of the instrument. Right now we have both of the strings in the same key. So we have kind of a neutral, almost like cheery kind of feeling. Now let's try to tune the melody string so that the first fret sounds like the drone string. Then you'll have a completely different feel. You can experiment all along. You can change the top or the bottom strings. So now let's change the second fret so that it sounds like your drone string. In this tuning, you realize that it sounds familiar. It sounds more like a dusun song that you hear on the radio. So now let's do a simple exercise to get yourself used to playing in a more traditional way. We'll be doing a 4 count, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 1 and 3, we'll be playing the drone. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Next, we'll introduce the melody string. So the melody string will be playing on the 1, 2, 3, 4, while the drone string will only play 1 and 3. Sounds something like this. Now let's play with the frets. Because the frets are in pentatonic scale, you can never go wrong because they are perfectly harmonized. Let's say play here. Everything sounds good because it's pentatonic. Once you get the hang of that, practice going up and down the fretboard. Let's say we're using the gong rhythm as the basis for your groove. So let's say this is the beat. 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's say this is your melody hand, your melody string. This is your drone string. So let's practice that. Say. So let's say it's like this. So once you got your finger used to that, try making some melodies with it. Another way you can practice is following those classical Dusun songs. So let's say you want to play, you can play Mansao Mansao. So that's all we have for today. Thank you for watching. If you want to order one of these, you can just message us or contact Gindung directly. You can check the link at the bottom of this video. Thanks for watching.